The 2020 Class C Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.
The Waconia Lakers take on the Cannon Falls Bears. We'll start with the reserves for Waconia. Number 3, Eric Olson. Number 5, Jeremy Salden. Number 10, Will Copey. Number 11, Ben Smothers. Number 15, Ryan Naughton. Number 17, Adam Paternos. Number 20, Connor Hemme. Number 21, Jeff Crest. Number 28, Nick Keavey. And number 29, never mind. I should have crossed that out. All right, and the draftees, we have number 9, Carter Clemenson from the Cologne Hollanders. Number 12, Mitchell Pinsky from Plato. And number 16, Jace Luna from Cologne. Waconia is managed by Mike Frederick. Now, the starting lineup for Waconia. Leading off, the left fielder, number 7, Justin Schultz. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Derek Martin. Batting third, the first baseman, number 25, AJ Frederick. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 29, Max Kallenberg. Batting fifth, number 13, the designated hitter, Chris Bullis. He is batting for the pitcher, number 1, Cody Simon. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 8, Sam Shiffman. Batting seventh, number 12, the second baseman, Ronnie Olson. Batting eighth, number 14, the right fielder, Robbie Smith. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 4, Jack Stoddard. Waconia comes to us from Region 7. They were the number 3 seed out of there, and they play in the Crow River Valley League. Alrighty, now the home team in this game, Cannon Falls. First, the reserves. Number 22, Ryan Britnall. Number 23, Tyler Quinlan. Number 24, Quentin Lindow. Number 8, Jared Woodward. Number 3, Derek Johnson. Number 20, Jagger Setterberg. Number 33, Aaron Stein. Number 16, Nick Drinkin. Number 18, Luke Shoquist. Number 13, Cooper Peterson. Number 15, Hayden Strain. Number 9, AJ Wiedner. And number 28, Nolan Rexicle. Their draftees, number 15, Brandon Wolf from Owatonna. And number 29, Alex Rosen from Wanamingo. Cannon Falls is managed by number 22, Ryan Britnall. Now, the starting lineup for Cannon Falls. Leading off, number 21, the left fielder, Braxton Lindow. Batting second, the shortstop, number 11, Brock Peterson. Batting third, the catcher, number 6, Carlton Lindow. Batting fourth, number 5, the third baseman, Rich Burr. Batting fifth, number 1, the right fielder, Zeke Williams. Batting sixth, number 7, the first baseman, Luke Winchell. Batting seventh, number 12, the designated hitter, Peter Haggerty. He is batting for the pitcher, number 14, Keith Myers. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 4, Alex Tower. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 2, Jake Christensen. Cannon Falls comes to us from Region 5, where they were the runner-up. They play in the Classic Cannon Valley League. Alrighty, let's play some baseball.
All right, baseball fans, and welcome to Springfield, Minnesota. The State Amateur Baseball Tournament is on the air on PrepSpotlight.tv. I'm Ryan Phelps, pleased to have you here with us on a beautiful, sunny Saturday afternoon in southern Minnesota. Should be a great matchup today. The home team out in the field now, the Cannon Falls Bears, taking on the Waconia Lakers. Waconia in royal blue with white trim and white pants. The Cannon Falls Bears in navy blue, trimmed in red and white with white pants. And again, Cannon Falls in the field first. Let's go over their starting lineup, starting with the pitcher, Keith Myers. He'll be hurling today, the big left-hander on the mound for Cannon Falls, throwing to Carlton Lindow, the catcher. The infield, third base, Rich Burr. Shortstop, Brock Peterson. Second base, Alex Tower. First base, Luke Winchell. Out in the outfield, from left to right, Braxton Lindow, Jake Christensen, and Zeke Williams. For Waconia, batting first will be Justin Schultz, followed by Derek Martin and A.J. Frederick. We are just about set, so let's play ball here in Springfield, round one of the State Amateur Baseball Tournament here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Alex Berg is our photographer here today. My name is Ryan Phelps. It is 86 degrees, clear blue skies. And the first pitch is at 5:19. We are underway, and it's ball one. 1-0 to Justin Schultz. Myers kicks and fires. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Schultz digs in. The right-handed batter swings and fouls that one off. 1-2 the count. Boy, just a slight breeze, an occasional gust. Looks like it's coming out of the west. And we're facing northeast. That one's just low for a ball, 2-2. Yeah, our vantage point looking northeast. And the wind coming over the top of the Waconia dugout. That one's inside. The count is full at 3-2. Keith Myers, the left-handed pitcher, toes the rubber, winds up and delivers. And a walk delivered to Schultz to start the game.
Batting second.
That'll bring up
Number
Derek
2,
Martin.
the shortstop, Derek Martin.
Martin currently at Winona State for baseball. Right-handed batter facing the left-handed Myers. Schultz on first. Myers delivers high and tight for a ball. Myers checks the runner and throws over to first. Schultz shuffles back in time. Two-man umpire system, one behind home plate. You can see the second base umpire, the infield ump, just over Myers' left shoulder. The 1-0 pitch. Martin takes ball 2, 2-0. Just underway here in Springfield, Minnesota. Cannon Falls versus Waconia. Waconia batting. Top of 1. That pitch in there on the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. Nobody out here, top 1, runner on first. And Schultz slides back safely. We've got our very vocal beer vendor here in Springfield. He's got his Mankato Moondogs uniform on. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one's inside. 3-1 the count. You will hear that vendor all game. Myers now behind in the count, 3-1, driven to left. Lindow is there underneath it. He'll squeeze it. Schultz halfway to second, shuffles back, and he'll touch first safely. 1 away here in the top of the first.
Batting third, number 25, the first baseman, A.J. Frederick.
So A.J. Frederick now comes to the plate. Played his college ball at Upper Iowa. Left-handed batter. He's the first baseman facing the left-handed Keith Myers on the mound for Cannon Falls. Schultz on first. Frederick takes first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Frederick, the son of team manager Mike Frederick. Mike in his third year as manager for Waconia. Swing and a miss, strike two. 0-2 now. Mike, a transplant, played some ball down in Rochester. He's from Zumbrota originally. Zumbrota High School grad, 1986. 0-2 pitch with 1 away as Myers steps off the rubber. Keeping an eye on Schultz over at first, who reached on a walk. That one gets the outside corner as Frederick looks at strike 3. And we've got 2 down here, top of 1. That'll bring Max Kallenberg to the plate.
Baseman, number 29, Max Kallenberg.
Max, a 2020 graduate of Waconia High School. Congratulations to him. He comes to the plate here, top of 1, 2 away with a runner on first. That's Schultz as he's forced back. Myers back, or Kallenberg, excuse me. Max Kallenberg swings and misses, strike 1. So Kallenberg didn't get a chance to play his senior season at Waconia, but his Lakers town ball team makes it to state. Bittersweet for the 2020 grad. This one fouled off, missing the grandstand. Keith Myers on the mound for Cannon Falls ahead of the batter, Kallenberg. 0-2 with 2 away. Schultz on first after the walk. Driven to right. This is Williams tracking. He's got a hustle. It's going to land safely, and he gets by Williams. Rounding third and heading home. No, they're going to hold him up. Kallenberg reaches second. Schultz held up at third. A 2-out single, and perhaps a double or a single and an error. We'll see what they call in the score box.
Batting fifth,
It is an
13,
E9.
designated hitter, Chris Bullis.
So E9 as Chris Bullis comes to the plate with runners on second and third. Bullis, a former All-American at St. Thomas in college. Drives one up the middle, it's an RBI, and they're going to send Kallenberg home. Kallenberg, there won't be a play at the plate, and they hold up the throw. 2-run score, and Waconia takes the early lead on the 2 RBI by Bullis.
Batting sixth, catcher, number 8, Sam Shiffman.
So Sam Shiffman comes to the plate with Bullis on second, and Waconia leading 2-0. Shiffman, a right-handed batter. Bullis with a big lead at second. Now he's forced back as Myers steps off the mound for a moment. This one bounced off the plate. Myers fields, fires over to first in time to retire Shiffman. And the Lakers are down here in the first. They put up 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left on base. After a half inning, it's Waconia 2. And Cannon Falls is coming to bat here in Springfield on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Rosters, the bracket, state tournament history, and more. Take a look at that. And while you're down there as well, take a look at Jay Rickard Bats. Holy cow, he's got some cool custom bat stuff. Very cool stuff. Go check that out as well.
Back here in Springfield, you're looking at Cody Simon, starting pitcher, right-hander for the Waconia Lakers. His team spotting him 2 runs in the top of the first. Shiffman, the catcher, back in the dugout, getting his gear on. He was the final batter retired there on the 1-3 put out to end the first inning. So he's getting his gear on, and now emerging from the Lakers dugout. And now the Cannon Falls Bears will go to work. Looking at the infield for Waconia, Cody Simon pitching, Sam Shiffman catching. The infield at third base, Max Kallenberg. Shortstop, Derek Martin. Second base, Robbie Olson. First base, A.J. Frederick. Across the outfield, it goes left to right, Justin Schultz, Jack Stoddard, and Robbie Smith. Batting for Cannon Falls. Start off with Braxton Lindow, followed by Brock Peterson and Carlton Lindow here in the first inning. Cleanup is Rich Burr, followed by Zeke Williams, Luke Winchell, Peter Haggerty, Alex Tower, and Jake Christensen.
Falls, number 21, the left fielder, Braxton Lindow.
Braxton, Carlton, and Quentin Lindow, all brothers, sons of Bucky Lindow, the longtime Cannon Falls High School coach. First pitch in there for a strike from Cody Simon to Braxton Lindow. Swing and a miss for strike 2. This one fouled back, nearly into the water slide behind us. And the 0-2 pitch off the outside corner.
Hold that one on AJ.
1-2 the count, bottom 1, just underway here in Springfield. Simon kicks and fires. And he catches the outside corner for strike 3. And Lindow goes down looking for out number 1. This will be Brock Peterson.
Second, number 11, the shortstop, Brock Peterson.
The winner of this game moves on to Milroy. To Milroy next Friday at 7:30, where they'll take on Fairmont. 1 away as this one's driven to the third baseman and past Kallenberg. And the first hit of the game for Cannon Falls goes to Peterson. A 1-out single here in the bottom of the first.
Batting third, number 6, the catcher, Carlton Lindow.
So Carlton Lindow, who plays his ball at Northwestern University. Site of some of the games we called a few weeks ago for the Senior Salute, presented by the St. Paul Saints. That game won by, or that tournament won by New Prague. A group of seniors that, as juniors, took second place in Class 4A at the state tournament at Target Field. Their senior season, of course, canceled due to COVID. First offering now, this one grounded to third. Kallenberg fields to second for one, over to first, and it's not in time. Lindow beats the relay throw. So he'll reach on the fielder's choice, and there's two away here in the bottom of the first.
Batting fourth, number 5, the third baseman, Rich Burr.
So Rich Burr comes to the plate. It's a 5-4 putout on Peterson at second. Lindow reaches, he's at first on a fielder's choice. Here's the first offering from Simon to Burr. That one hits off the catcher's mitt, right off the umpire's head. And so that'll advance the runner Lindow to second. Shiffman says his apologies to the umpire. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 down here, bottom 1. Simon delivers, swing and a miss. Waconia puts up 2 in the top of the first. Cannon Falls threatening here in their first half of the game, first half inning of the game. That one's fouled off, out of play by Burr. The runner on second is Carlton Lindow. Cody Simon on the mound for Waconia. Steps off. Two down now, and here's the 1-2 pitch, forthcoming from Simon. Catches the outside corner. Simon says strike 3. And the Bears are down here in the first. They leave 1 on. They get no runs on 1 hit. And with that, we head to the second inning. Waconia leading Cannon Falls. Here after 1 full, it's 2-0 Lakers.
By 2.
Back here in Springfield, getting set for second inning action.
For the Lakers.
State Amateur Baseball on PrepSpotlight.tv. I'm Ryan Phelps. Pleased to have you with us under clear blue skies and a beautiful 85 degrees. Alex Berg with us here as well, making things look good behind the camera. Andy Price is our executive producer. On the mound for Cannon Falls is Keith Myers. Leading off for Waconia, Ronnie Olson, who was a standout back in his day at Winona State. Now he's facing a 1-1 count to Myers. Myers fires, catches the outside corner for a strike. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Olson is out number 1. It's a second strikeout of the game for Myers, and that'll bring Robbie Smith.
Number 14, Robbie Smith.
He played at Southwest Minnesota State. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up here in the second inning for the Waconia Lakers. This one popped up to center field. Jake Christensen tracking. He's coming in. Puts up the glove and squeezes for out number 2. A high fly ball. And not much movement needed by Christensen. And now the Lakers center fielder, Jack Stoddard, comes to the plate with 2 away in the 9 spot. Myers delivers. Stoddard takes strike 1. Beautiful spring field. This also serves as the football field for the high school team. They won't be playing this fall, of course. That season moved to the late winter, early spring season of March, April, and May. A pitch high, 1-2 with 2 outs for Stoddard as Myers delivers. That one catches the inside corner. Cold, strike 3, and Stoddard is down. So are the Lakers. They go down in order. After 1.5, it's 2-0. Waconia leading Cannon Falls. The Bears are coming up next here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
And they will help you if there's anything you're wondering about, or lanyard. Those people could direct you in the right direction as well. Also, make sure that we keep the stunt monkey busy, because when he starts hollering, selling beer, it scares me.
Welcome back to Springfield, Minnesota. State Amateur Baseball on PrepSpotlight.tv. We're through 1.5 innings. Waconia leading Cannon Falls 2-0.
Zeke Williams.
Zeke Williams will lead things off here for Cannon Falls in their half of the second inning. Williams, the right fielder, right-handed batter. Shiffman adjusting some equipment as catcher behind home plate. Cody Simon on the mound for Waconia. As he's ready, he'll dig in and fire. Right-hander to right-hander, strike 1. That one catches the outside corner for strike 2. And the 0-2 pitch, bouncer. Robbie Olson, the second baseman, fields, throws, and it's not in time, and it bounces over the first baseman, Frederick. And I think that'll be a hit, not an error, but we'll see. It is a hit indeed. So Williams with a leadoff single here in the second.
Number 7, the first baseman, Luke Winchell.
Winchell, the first baseman, played his college ball at Waldorf. Right-handed batter comes to the plate with nobody outs here. Bottom 2, runner on first is Williams, excuse me. Winchell at the plate. Williams slides back safely at first.
Sorry, I was just trying to be like you. Thanks, bro.
So the first offering catches the outside corner. Oh, 0-1 count, nobody out here, bottom 2. Driven right up the middle. This one goes to Olson, to 2 for 1, over to first, and it's in time for the double play. 4-6-3 double play, retires 2, and there's 2 away for Peter Haggerty, the designated hitter.
Designated hitter, number 12, Peter Haggerty.
So the base is once again clear. for Haggerty as Simon fires. This one fouled straight back and into the Bears dugout. A 0-1 pitch. Off the inside corner for a ball, 1-1. As Simon keeps working. This one catches Shiffman, and he's down on his knees. Shiffman wounded a bit on the play. We had some fireworks here last night at the field. A game between Hanska, which is located just south of New Ulm, and Foley, just northeast of St. Cloud. Foley scores the game-tying run in the bottom of the ninth, 7-7, and then a half-hour lightning delay. They come back, and Foley wins it on an error in the bottom of the 11th inning. And then we drove home in lightning and rain. The 1-2 pitch fouled back. Shiffman seems to be all right as Haggerty digs in. Simon on the mound, and a 1-2 count, 2 away. Bouncer to first. Frederick takes it off the hop, throws to the pitcher, Simon, who steps on first base for out number 3. It's a 3-1 put out to end the inning. One hit put on the board once again for Cannon Falls. They still trail by 2 as we head to the third. Waconia coming to bat here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Cannon Falls, nothing.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers.
Set to go here. That was the first pitch here in the third inning, as Keith Myers faces the leadoff hitter, Justin Schultz of Waconia. 1 ball, 1 strike. And welcome back to Springfield. 2-0 our score. Waconia at the plate and leading. Schultz reached on a walk in the first and scored a run. This one just over Peterson's arm. And so Schultz reaches once again to lead off an inning. In the first, it was a walk. Here, it's a flared single to shallow left.
Brings up the shortstop, number 2, Derek Martin.
Derek Martin flew out to left back in the second inning. So that's the third hit of the game for the Lakers. The previous 2 coming in the first. They scored 2 runs on 2 hits. There was an error in there as well. In the second inning, they went down in order, 1, 2, 3. Those were hitters 7, 8, and 9. So back to the top of the order for Schultz. He singles. Now Martin in the 2 spot at the plate. And the first offering. He shows bunt, pulls it back, strike called. Checks the signal from manager Mike Frederick down the third baseline. As Myers gets set and delivers the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Just move him over. Productive at bat. Here we go.
0-2 the count here, nobody out. Top 3. Cannon Falls Keith Meyer, the left-handed pitcher, delivers. This one fouled back.
That bucket full or empty up there? What? Let's go. 40-minute drive. We're facing ourselves.
It's the 0-2 pitch forthcoming, nobody out here. This one fouled off down the first baseline and out of play.
This one's empty. You got anything to fill it up?
We got the stunt monkey coming up nearby us here. This should be good. We'll be able to hear his entire conversation. That one off the outside corner for a ball. 1-2 the count to Martin from Myers. Schultz on first after the leadoff single.
Hey, thank you so much.
Myers checks the runner. That one's inside for a ball, 2-2. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Excuse me, in the top of the third.
You're welcome.
Martin digs in, hits it to the left side. Burr is there, over to 2 for 1. It's not in time. And Martin reaches as well on the fielder's choice, so 2 on and nobody out. And that'll bring Frederick to the plate. Frederick struck out looking back in the first inning. So Schultz on second, Martin at first. And the big first baseman, A.J. Frederick.
The first baseman, number 25, A.J. Frederick.
From Upper Iowa, left-handed batter. As the Lakers are threatening once again here in the third. He shows bunt, then pulls it back, looks at strike 1.
You guys live in the same house? I don't know. We drive faster, that's all.
Depending on how much we drink, we might.
Oh, well, be careful. You guys going northeast by any chance? To Waconia? Probably. Well,
The 0-1 pitch.
well, okay, now
This one's driven to left. Lindow tracking. It's looking foul. Lindow can't quite get there.
The little ones drive us all home.
So just a long strike. It's now 0-2. Still nobody out here. Top of 3. Runners on first and second are Martin and Schultz, respectively, for Waconia.
really the creative thinking here that's encouraging most. Yo! Coming up, Brown.
Frederick awaits the 0-2 pitch. Drives it right up the middle. Christensen is there, but he can't make the catch. Rounding third, but being held up is Schultz, and once again, bases loaded. This time, nobody out for Waconia as Frederick delivers a single to center.
Brings up the third baseman, number 29, Max Kallenberg.
So Kallenberg reached on an error back in the first inning and scored a run. And now a meeting at the mound. Ryan Brentnall, fifth-year manager for Cannon Falls, also a player. He started in 2003 with the Bears. Graduated Cannon Falls High School in 1997. So 2 more hits in the inning on the board, 4 for the game for Waconia. Martin reached on a fielder's choice. Kallenberg reached in the first on an error, so that one didn't count as a hit either. So just 4 hits 2 runs to show for it, but bases loaded, nobody out here, top 3 for Waconia. That one's outside and high. Myers in a jam. Kallenberg, the third baseman, right-handed batter, and also the only just graduated senior from Waconia on the team. That pitch is low. Connor Hemme and Nick Keavey both hail from Eden Prairie. And I believe, I don't have the notes in front of me, I believe they were both graduating seniors as well this year. I could be wrong about that. This one fouled back into the parking lot. Heads up. There's some kids out there from Springfield tracking it down. Now it's a foot race. So 2-1 now. Nobody out here. Bases loaded for Kallenberg. Takes a look at strike 2 that time. 2-2 now for the graduating senior, Kallenberg. Schultz, Martin, and Frederick all account for potential runs on the bags for the Lakers. This one driven high to left field. Lindow is in. Schultz will maybe try to tag as he starts to head home. Lindow, they will not test that arm as Schultz retreats back to third. 1 away as Kallenberg flies out to left. That'll bring Bullis up to the plate. He had a 2 RBI double.
Hitter Chris Bullis.
Back in the first inning, he scored both runs on his drive. Bases still loaded, just 1 away. Bullis ultimately stranded. And this one driven to center. This will score a run. Christensen makes the catch. Schultz tagging from third, and he'll touch home plate without a play. It's 3-0. So the sacrifice fly for Bullis. Both Martin and Frederick forced to stay.
Sacrifice fly brings up the catcher, number 8, Sam Shiffman.
So Shiffman, who hit into the 1-3 putout to end the first inning, comes to the plate. Took a bit of a shot in the last inning behind home plate off a foul ball. I think it hit him in the right shoulder. 2 away now here for Waconia. Top of 3. This one fouled out of play down the right field line.
Get out of your head. Let's go. See it and hit it.
Martin at second, Frederick at first. Schultz scores to make it 3-0. 2 outs here in the 0-1 pitch. He looks back at second, and Schultz stops. Little cat and mouse game there between the pitcher and the Waconia left fielder and leadoff hitter. He's accounted for 2 runs today on a walk and a single. Both times, that's Martin. This one driven to right. Williams is in, and he makes the running catch to end the inning. Couple more hits for Waconia. 1 more run. They leave 2, and they lead by 3. 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. The Cannonball Bears are coming to bat here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Third, 1 run.
Back here in Springfield for the State Amateur Baseball Tournament on PrepSpotlight.tv. I'm Ryan Phelps. Pleased to have you with us here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in southern Minnesota. 85 degrees and a light breeze under clear blue skies. 3-0 our score after 2.5 innings. Cannon Falls coming to the plate trailing by a trio. Winner of this game moves on to next Friday's round of 16. I guess what you call that, a round of 32? Either way, they'll play Fairmont. The winner of this game plays Fairmont next Friday night at 7:30.
Leading off the bottom of the third for Cannon Falls. The second
So
baseman,
Alex Tower,
number 4, Alex Tower.
one of the few non-Cannon Falls grads on the team. He graduated from Rosemount High School, played at Stott. He's in the 8th spot, leading off here in the third inning. His team down by 3. Cody Simon delivering. That one just misses outside. And a strike called, 2-1. This one fouled off out of play. So 2-2 the count. As Simon fires, that one high. 3-2. And the payoff pitch fouled off. And the full count pitch again fouled off. That one hits hard off the steel roof here in the grandstand. Went over near the concession stand, which I'll be visiting after the game. This one popped up to the right side. Frederick is underneath at the first baseman in foul territory, and he makes the catch. 4 out, number 1. So to the 9 spot we go, and Jake Christensen, who's at Gustavus.
Number 2, Jake Christensen.
Christensen at Gustavus, just down the road in St. Peter, Minnesota. Down the road about an hour. I drove through there on my way here today. This one popped up but out of play. This one gets away, so 1-1 the count now. 1 out here, bottom 3. Cannon Falls at the plate, but trailing 3-0. Simon winds and fires outside. 2-1. Head to the top of the order next for Lindow, Peterson, Lindow. Driven to the second baseman, Olson is there, scoops, throws over to Frederick in time for out number 2. And now Braxton Lindow comes to the plate.
Left fielder, number 21, Braxton Lindow.
Lindow, a graduate of and former player at Northwestern University, where his brother Carlton plays. And once again, Olson makes the easy grab and toss for out number 3. And the Bears are down in order here in the third. No runs, hits, errors, and nobody left. We head to the fourth with the Lakers coming to the plate and leading by a score of 3-0 here in Springfield at the State Amateurs Baseball Tournament on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Connor Janke. Here's one hit in the air to left. Carrying deep, away back. Miller to the fence. It's gone! A 2-run bomb wins it. Ethan Rowe, a 2-run shot. And the St. Anthony Hogs defeat the Minneapolis Angels 7-5 in walk-off fashion. His second home run of the night. A 2-run shot to left.
Back here in Springfield, that was action from last weekend. Walk-off home run. It's part of our coverage of the Class A tournament going on as well. Up in the cities, Class B in Shakopee, Class C in Milroy, and here in Springfield, where we're at with Cannon Falls and Waconia. This one hitting to the gap in right center field. It's over Williams. It'll reach the wall. Rounding first, heading to second is Olson, and he's in with a leadoff double. Ronnie Olson, the Winona State standout, gets his team going again here as he struck out back in the second. Here he makes up for it with a leadoff double, and Ronnie Smith comes to the plate. He flew out in the second inning to center, but has a chance now with a teammate in scoring position on second. That was a sharply hit ball by Olson for the leadoff double. And the Lakers threatening again. They scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third. 2 of those runs by Justin Schultz, the leadoff hitter. Kallenberg, the third baseman, also scored. Both Kallenberg and Schultz scoring on a 2 RBI double by Bullis back in the first, as Myers gets the runner shuffling back. That's Olson. Keith Myers on the mound for Cannon Falls, the lefty, facing Robbie Smith, the Waconia resident, who played his college ball at Southwest Minnesota State in Marshall, not far from here. It's a 2-1 count as Myers delivers. Foul. Down the third baseline.
Hey, move him over. Productive at bat. Here we go, Rob.
So 2-2 now the count. We have a turkey vulture swarming the center field out there. This one driven right towards the turkey vulture to left field. Lindow is there. He makes the catch. Bluffing the tag that time was Olson, and he'll retreat to second base. So one away here as Jack Stoddard, the center fielder, comes to the plate. He struck out looking to end the second inning in his previous at-bat. So 1 out, runner on second is Olson. Stoddard at the plate. Olson reached on a leadoff double on a beautifully sharp hit ball to the gap in right center. This one driven up the middle, a slow roller, barehanded by Peterson, and it's in time for out number 2. Nice play by Brock Peterson, the shortstop and Gustavus baseball player. Does advance the runner, so Olson now at third.
Left fielder, number 7, Justin Schultz.
And we'll head back to the top of the order for Schultz. He's 1 for 1, but has reached both times and scored 2 runs. Led off the game with a walk, led off the third with a single to left. Scored both times. Here he comes to the plate with 2 outs. Looks at a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch from Myers. Strike one. 1-1 now with 2 down. 3-0 ball game. Waconia leading and at the plate. A potential 4th run just 90 feet away at third base. That's Olson. That one misses outside. The 2-1 pitch driven right up the middle. Christensen tracking, and he makes the sliding catch for out number 3. Waconia leaves 1 on as they add 1 more hit, but the score remains 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Cannon Falls coming up the bat.
One hit, no errors, and 1 left.
You're watching
on
live
base.
coverage of the State Amateur Baseball Tournament on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Cannon Falls, nothing. Hey, baseball fans. Thank you for picking up after yourself, putting things into the receptacles, and
You see on your screen, we are on social media. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook at MN Prep Spotlight. You can find me there as well at I'm Ryan Phelps. Pleased to have you with us here in Springfield as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Three nothing our score. Waconia leading Cannon Falls.
Shortstop, number 11.
We'll try to do something about that right now. The number 2 hitter, Brock Peterson, will lead off. He hit into a 5-4 fielder's choice put out. He did reach. Excuse me, no, let me back up there. He reached on a single to pass the third baseman. He was then thrown out at second during a 5-4 put out. Ryan Brentnall, the manager, trots on down to third base as the third base coach. This one driven and it'll land for a hit. A leadoff single for Peterson. And Cannon Falls has things going here in the 4th. Same spot he hit his last one, only this time it was a little higher off the turf. So Carlton Lindow comes to the plate. He hit into that fielder's choice, was ultimately stranded on first to end the 1st. Here he takes ball 1. 1-0, nobody out here, bottom 4. 5 hits on the board for Waconia, 3 thus far for Cannon Falls. This one bounced off the plate, but foul. So 1-1 for Lindow. Lindow at Northwestern, which is located in Roseville. Beautiful ballpark they have. We had a chance to see that during the senior class salute a few weeks ago. Peterson slides back safely over at first. Cody Smith still hurling for Waconia. His team leading 3-0. He's given up 3 hits. This one a high fly to center. Stoddard is there to make the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring Rich Burr to the plate, who struck out looking to end the first inning.
Number 5, Rich Burr.
Looking at Simon's line a little more. No runs on 3 hits. He struck out 2, 0 walks. Burr with 1 out and a runner on first. That runner sliding back safely is Peterson. Simon fires this one, hit past the second baseman. Olson can't catch up to it. Both runners reach safely on the single by Burr. And now with 1 out, Cannon Falls has runners on first and second.
Now batting, number 1, the right fielder, Zeke
So Zeke Williams now comes to the plate. He grounded past the second baseman as well to lead off the second inning. So he's 1 for 1, and now comes to the plate with 1 out and runners on first and second in Peterson and Burr. Takes the first pitch wide for a ball. The 1-0 pitch from Simon. In there for a strike, snap, throw down to second, not in time. A liberal lead by Peterson, the shortstop from Gustavus. Williams at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 2. It's 1-2 now, the count, with 1 away. As number 1 faces number 1, Simon versus Williams. Bouncer to Olson on the right side. Over to 2 for 1. The relay throw not in time. They get 1 as Peterson advances to third on the fielder's choice. Williams is on first. Burr retired on the 4-6 putout.
Number 7, Luke Winchell.
So Luke Winchell, who hit into a 4-6-3 double play back in the second inning, comes to the plate with runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Simon delivers high. Winchell played at Waldorf, and he calls timeout quickly and steps out as he awaits the 1-0 pitch. 2 down, runners on first and third. Williams on first, Peterson on third. Simon delivers outside, 2-0. Swing and a miss. It was fouled back, however, and that one caught Shiffman as well. He's already been nicked up once in this game. He's crawling around inside the circle. Big guy's back on his feet. Might have caught him in the cup area, I'm not sure. Definitely moving around gingerly near that home plate. So 2-1 the count, 2 outs here. Bottom 4. Cannon Falls threatening with runners on first and third. Smith trying to get out of the jam and keep the donut up on the board. That pitch inside. 3-1 the count. Winchell digs in. Simon checks the runners and fires. And ball 4. Winchell to first. That moves Williams over to second, and the bases are loaded for Haggerty. 2 outs here, bottom 4.
Number 12, the designated hitter, Peter Haggerty.
So Haggerty hit into a 3-1 putout back to end the second inning. Looks at strike 1 here. So 0-1 the count, 2 outs here, bases loaded, bottom 4. Simon fires. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on the off-speed pitch. So Simon, 1 strike away from getting out of the jam. Fouled off. Count remains 0-2 with 2 outs. The Bears have 4 hits in the game, no runs to show for it. Swing of the bat could change that right here. Driven toward the shortstop. Scooped. It was bobbled by the shortstop. Martin the throw. Not in time. No, they got him. They got him at first for out number 3. And Cannon Falls gets a hit but no runs, and they leave all 3 runners on base to end the inning. We head to the 5th, and Waconia holds a 3-0 lead here in Springfield on PrepSpotlight.tv.
After 4 innings, Waconia still leads by 3.
Now he cracks one hard to left field. A 2-run home run. Dead center field.
And the pitch. Grounded towards the right side and past the diving first baseman. Coming up throwing is the right fielder. There will be a play at the plate, and he is safe. He gets underneath the tag. 1 in the second, and another one. How about that? The trifecta of home runs as Davis hammers it out.
Ready to the fly ball, pretty well hit the left field. Bulow going back for it, still going, and it is off the wall for the
Back here in Springfield as we head to the top half of the 5th inning with the Lakers and Bears. Waconia Lakers leading 3-0 there at the plate. And it appears we have a new pitcher on the mound. I think that's Jake Woodward for Cannon Falls. I will double check that as soon as I can, but Myers is out of the game. Martin at the plate as he takes a pitch for a strike. It's 2-1 now. Here's the announcement. It is Jared Woodward. So Jared Woodward taking his first pitches. And he's behind the batter, 3-1. Kicks and fires. High fly to shallow center field. Jake Christensen underneath it, and he'll reach up and casually make the catch for out number 1. AJ Frederick comes to the plate, the first baseman.
First baseman, number 25, AJ Frederick.
Struck out in the first, singled back in the third, but was left on. He comes to the plate to face Woodward with 1 out. That pitch outside. So 1-0 the count. The winner gets Fairmont next Friday in Milroy. That pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. Next Friday in Milroy, 7:30 start against Fairmont. That's where the winner heads next. We'll have the game for you here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Big swing and a miss that time by Frederick. So 1-2 now is the count. And just off the outside corner. Perhaps a little low. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Driven to the third baseman, right into the glove of Rich Burr, and he'll hold on to that for out number 2. That'll bring Max Kallenberg to the plate.
Brings up the third baseman, number 29, Max Kallenberg.
Kallenberg, the recent Waconia High School grad, reached on an error and scored a run in the first. Flew out to left in the third. And now he comes to the plate here in the 5th and takes strike 1 with 2 outs. That pitch is low. Woodward winds and fires. This one fouled up and out of play. Bounces in the skate park. And it's a 1-2 count once again with 2 outs. Kallenberg back into the batter's box. Woodward winds and fires. This one popped up to the right side. Winchell calling for it, and he makes the grab for out number 3. Lakers go down in order here in the 5th. We head to the bottom half of the inning. The Bears are coming to the bat, trailing by 3 here in Springfield on PrepSpotlight.tv. Back here in Springfield, looking at Keith Meyer's line for Cannon Falls. He had 4 innings pitched, gave up 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error.
Number 4, Alex
His hitters from Waconia left 4 on base. He ended up with 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. Cannon Falls now coming to the plate. It'll be Alex Tower, the second baseman. Fouls one off after taking a first pitch strike, so it's now 0-2. Tower popped up in foul territory to the first baseman, Frederick, back in the 3rd inning for out number 1. Here he leads off, takes the 3rd pitch for a ball. 1-2 now to the Rosemount High School graduate. Came to Cannon Falls via Stott. That pitch low and inside. Smith winds and fires, driven right back up the middle. That'll land safely for a leadoff single for Tower. A sharply hit ball to center field. And now Jake Christensen comes to the plate.
Jake Christensen.
Christensen hit into a 4-3 putout back in the 3rd inning. But now comes to the plate with nobody outs and a runner on first. Shows bunt, pulls it back, but not in time. Strike 1 called. That one's low. 1-1. Still nobody out here. Bottom 5. Cannon Falls trailing by 3. Looking to chip away at that score here in the inning. Driven down the first base line, just foul.
kids. I don't know whose kids it'd be, I guess.
1-2 now the count, nobody out. The runner on first is Tower.
Who's like? My call?
Cody Simon checks the sign, pitching from the stretch, now gets off the rubber. Gathers himself.
$12.
Shakes off the first sign, now he digs in and delivers. That pitch high to Christensen for ball 2. It's now 2-2 with nobody out, runner on first.
Don't count Saturdays for the
That's Tower.
I mean, they are. Yeah. They're actual Zuba shorts. I didn't cut
That
off.
pitch
Made friends.
knocked down by Shiffman, the catcher.
Here, but a while back, was I doing this kind of stuff?
Count is now full at 3-2.
I know. And I got it right when they started getting a comeback. That's why I actually got in contact with them.
Throw over to first, trying to catch Tower napping.
I got blue and red ones. Green and black. I don't know what that is. Yeah.
The payoff pitch from Simon.
Really?
Driven past the second baseman. Back-to-back hits. Ball was bobbled, but Tower didn't see that till it was too late, so he's stranded at second. But back-to-back hits to start the 5th inning for Cannon Falls.
Brings up the left fielder, number 21, Braxton Lindow.
So back to the top of the order we go to Braxton Lindow. He's 0 for 2 on a strikeout and a ground out. Nobody out here for Cannon Falls. He shows bunt, lays it down beautifully down the third baseline, but it just rolls foul.
The Razzie from this top section here, I tell you.
Nice looking bunt by the veteran Lindow.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Baseball's in the blood with this one. 3 Lindow boys on the team. Bucky's boys. Bucky, the longtime high school coach of the Cannon Falls Bombers. Simon checking the runner, then steps off to collect his thoughts. No balls, 1 strike, nobody outs here. Nobody out to Lindow as Simon winds and fires. Bunt shown again and foul. Christensen on first, Tower on second. Lindow at the plate with nobody out, but down in the count 0-2. Here's Simon's pitch, high. One and two now. Down the first baseline, foul. Just foul. That would have scored a run. A game of inches.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor? No, it depends. I'd like to deliver a couple of beers to the radio guys. Oh, okay. I guess I'm not going to drink all that later. Tell them they got it.
It's the 1-2 pitch now from Simon. High and wide.
I mean, you might as well. We're doing this business. Right.
2-2 is the count. Nobody out here. Bottom five, fouled straight back. So Lindow gets a piece of it to stay alive. Runners on first and second. Cannon Falls trailing but threatening here in the bottom of the 5th. Foul back again. 2-2 pitch from Simon to Lindow. Drive up the middle. Snared by the pitcher to 2 for 1 over to 1. And the double play. 1-6-3 double play. Retires Christensen and Lindow. Tower moves to third, but there are 2 outs now as Peterson comes to the plate. A big defensive play by the Lakers.
Brings up the shortstop, number 11, Brock Peterson.
Nice snare by Simon, the pitcher. Sends it back to Derek Martin, who fires over to Frederick. A well-oiled machine in the field are the Waconia Lakers. So Brock Peterson comes to the plate now with a runner on third and 2 outs. They say pitching and defense is how you win some ball games. This one fouled off. And just like that, the count is 0-2. Towers on third. Pitch in the dirt. Tower came about a third of the way down, but Shiffman does a nice job to keep that one in front of him. One and 2 is the count, 2 outs, runner on third. That one in the dirt as well. They're trying to kiss that outside corner. And a ball. 3-2. The count is full. First base is open, as is second for that matter. Driven to left. Schultz coming in, then retreating, and he sticks the glove up and makes the catch for out number 3. Simon gets out of the jam here in the 5th.
Summary for Cannon Falls in the bottom of the 5th.
Here's the summary from the scorekeeper.
2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base.
Just 1 left on base after that double play. So 3-0 as we head to the 6th inning here in Springfield. You're watching live coverage of the state baseball tournament. That's amateur ball here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
However, we need to follow strict rules regarding social.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Now a 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Leading off the top of the 6th for Waconia, number 13, the designated hitter, Chris Bullis.
Back here in Springfield, Ryan Phelps on the call on PrepSpotlight.tv. Pleased to have you with us here on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon in southern Minnesota. Couldn't ask for more in the state amateur baseball tournament here on PrepSpotlight.tv. We've got every game for you here in Springfield, over at Milroy, up in Shakopee, and in the cities. All three classes, every game, all the way through the championships on Monday, September 7th, Labor Day. I'll be here calling the finals for you in Springfield. It will be my pleasure. Here's the 0-2 pitch outside. As Chris Bullis, the designated hitter, is at the plate. This one driven to right. Coming in to make the catch is Williams for out number one. A sharply hit ball by the DH. But Zeke Williams didn't have to move much for that one.
Number 8, the catcher, Sam Shiffman.
Shiffman has done a nice job behind the plate. He's taken a beating back there today. He's 0 for 2 at the plate with a ground out and a fly out. That pitch off the inside corner for a ball, 1-0. One away here, top 6. Fouled back. That one lands behind us in the parking lot. So Shiffman now facing a 1-1 pitch from Jared Woodward. Pardon me. That pitch in there for a strike.
Hey, not you, not you. Not you. You're all right. You're all right. Oh, Sammy.
So 1-2 the count now. One away here, top 6. Driven. That one's going to land safely in front of Williams, just over Winchell's glove. And Shiffman is aboard with a 1-out single.
Second baseman, number 12, Ronnie Olson.
So Ronnie Olson now doubled back in the 4th inning on a fly ball to center field. He's 1-2.
Pitch running at first base, number 28, Nick Keavey.
So Nick Keavey, he's the Eden Prairie student playing on the Waconia squad. He will pinch run for Shiffman. And this is Ronnie Olson. Pitch in the dirt. Keavey stays at first. 1 out here, top of 6 in a 3-0 ball game. 6 hits apiece, 1 error on the board for Cannon Falls. That pitch low as well. Blocked down again by Lindow.
Look for something here, Ronald. Something you like here, Ronnie.
Woodward checks the runner and delivers. That one outside. It's now 3-0 to Olson.
Slap it if you like it. Here we go.
And ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to Ronnie Olson. And now Robbie Smith comes to the plate with runners on first and second and 1 out. And now here comes the manager, Ryan Brittenall from Cannon Falls. Some bullpen action to our right. So it looks like Cannon Falls will send out Derek Johnson, and then one of their draftees, Brandon Wolf from Owatonna, are heading to the bullpen for Cannon Falls.
batting, number 14, the right fielder, Robbie Smith.
So Smith comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts, one to center, one to left. But runners on first and second and one out here in the top of the 6th. Driven to center field. Christensen hustling in. 3 players converge. It's called by Tower. No runners advance, and there's 2 outs. Good communication that time by the Bears.
Center fielder, number 4, Jack Stoddard.
So Jack Stoddard had a sac fly back in the 4th inning that advanced a runner. That was Olson over to third. He was ultimately stranded there. So 2 outs with runners on first and second with Keavey and Olson. Takes the first pitch high for a ball, 1-0. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. 2 outs here, top of 6. Waconia scored 2 runs in the first, 1 in the third, and timeout called. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Stoddard a little bit behind that one. One and 2 the count now with 2 away here in the 6th. Driven to the second baseman. And a nice leaning catch by Tower for out number 3. Another hit on the board, but no more runs to speak of. Still 3-0, Waconia leading. Cannon Falls is coming to bat in just a moment here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Heading to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-0.
Back here in Springfield for the State Amateur Baseball Tournament on PrepSpotlight.tv. I'm Ryan Phelps. Thank you for joining us. Low 80s and sunny. A slight breeze coming in from right field now, and you couldn't ask for better weather for baseball. Looking at Woodward's numbers so far, no runs on 1 hit. He's had 2 left on, no strikeouts and 1 walk, as he came in relief for Keith Myers for Cannon Falls. It'll be Carlton Lindow to lead things off. First pitch swinging over to left. Schultz is there. He's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Cody Simon, who started the game for Waconia.
Now batting, number 5, third baseman, Rich Burr.
So Rich Burr comes to the plate. For Cody Simon, pitching for Waconia, no runs on 6 hits. He's had Bears runners on base, left on base 5 times in the game. First pitch strike to Burr. Burr is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. And he's looking at an 0-2 count now here in the bottom of the 6th. This one flared to left. Smith tracking. It's going to land safe and fair for Burr. His 2nd hit of the game. And Cannon Falls has a runner on here in the bottom of the 6th.
Right fielder, number 1, Zeke Williams.
So Zeke Williams, who reached on a fielder's choice back in the 4th, and singled back in the second. He's 1 for 1.
Pinch runner at first base, number 13, Cooper Peterson.
So Cooper Peterson now pinch running for Cannon Falls. Cooper Peterson, a class of 2020 grad from Cannon Falls. They have 4 high schoolers just graduating. Nick Drinkin, Luke Shilquist, Cooper Peterson, and A.J. Widener. Widener from Randolph, Drinkin also from Randolph. But Randolph folded their team this year, so they both came out for Cannon Falls. 1-0 the count to Williams. He singled in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the first. So he also is 1 for 1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Cannon Falls trailing, but with a runner on and 1 out. Williams facing a 2-0 count from Cody Simon. This one driven to center field. Stoddard tracking, and he's under it. Hustling back is Peterson, and he'll touch first safely. So 2 outs now as Winchell comes to the plate.
First baseman, number 7, Luke Winchell.
Two outs as Peterson gets a lead at first. Fakes like he's stealing, kind of stunts towards second base and then retreats as Winchell takes strike 1. Simon checks the runner and delivers. Tried to check his swing, couldn't pull it back, strike 2. So Simon ahead of the batter, 0-2 now with 2 outs. Right back to the pitcher. Simon trots over, underhanded toss to Frederick, and he'll put it away for out number 3. The Bears get 1 hit, but they leave 1 on. We head to the 7th. Waconia leading Cannon Falls by a score of 3-0 here in Springfield on PrepSpotlight.tv.
We're heading to the 7th, still 3.
Our Beach Boys skipped.
Number 7, left fielder, Justin Schultz.
Back to the top of the order here for Justin Schultz. 1 for 2. He's reached safely 2 times on a walk and a single, scored twice, and then flew out to center field. This time he takes the first pitch high for a ball. As we start the top half of the 7th inning for Waconia, they lead 3-0 on runs, 2 of them in the first, 1 in the third. Schultz and Kallenberg scored on the 2 RBI double by the designated hitter Bullis. And it was Schultz scoring again. This time he drives one down the third baseline. This will be extra bases as he's in with a stand-up leadoff double. Derek Martin.
Shortstop, number 2, Derek Martin.
Plays at Winona State. He's 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the third. Struck out and lined out in the first and fifth innings. Here he's up with nobody out. Runner on second in the seventh. That pitch tight. Throw back to second. Schultz diving back in time. That's Alex Tower, the second baseman, creeping in behind Schultz. 1 ball, no strikes to Martin. Checks his swing. No, he does not. Well, he did check it. It was in there for a strike. Correction. So 1-1 now the count. Nobody out, runner on second. Waconia with the lead and a runner in scoring position. That pitch in the dirt. Woodward checks the sign, looks at the runner, and delivers. Martin watches that go by for a ball. 3-1 now the count with nobody out. First base is open. Schultz is on second. That one's in there for a strike. The count is full to Martin. And the payoff pitch. Chopper back to Woodward. Woodward can't make the play. There's a swinging bunt that time by Martin, and he'll reach safely, and Schultz moves to third. That will be marked as a hit, no doubt about that one.
Brings up the first baseman.
So A.J. Frederick.
Frederick.
He's 1 for 3 with a single back in the third inning. Runners on the corners with nobody out here for Waconia. And the big third baseman at the plate. Excuse me, the big first baseman at the plate. Takes a first pitch strike. Eight hits on the board. 2 of them here in this inning. This one right up the middle. That's going to score a run. Nicely stabbed by the second baseman. The relay throw not in time. They get one, but the Lakers score one as well on the RBI by Frederick. So Schultz comes across. That's how you manufacture a run.
Brings up the third baseman, number 29, Max Kallenberg.
So it's a fielder's choice. Beautiful dive, by the way. Let's not overlook that by Tower on the 4-6 putout to retire Martin at second base. So 1 out, and this is Kallenberg. Big swing and a miss. By the recent Waconia Wildcat graduate, class of 2020 strong. 4-0 our score. And the 0-1 pitch. Kallenberg tried to check his swing. He did not. It's 0-2. 1 out. Frederick on first. Schultz came in to touch home plate. That's his 3rd run scored in this game. 3 of 4. Woodward delivers outside. Makes the count 1-2. And Woodward delivers. That one's low. 2-2 now the count. And the 2-2 pitch. Driven to the gap in right center field. Williams hustling over to make the catch for out number 2. Frederick back to first. And now Bullis, Chris Bullis, the DH, comes to the plate.
Brings up the designated hitter, number 13, Chris Bullis.
Bullis had a 2 RBI double back in the first, scoring Kallenberg and Schultz. Frederick is at first, 2 outs here. Top 7. Breaking ball high. This one right up the middle. Nice stab by Tower again. He lost the ball. And I think that'll be a hit as well. We'll check the board. That was a nice diving stab by Tower. No marking yet. They're discussing it. Runners on first and second now, 2 outs. And they have not put the hit on the board yet. And now they say E4. So E4 as Bullis reaches. And Shiffman back to the plate with 2 outs and runners on first and second. Driven to left. A slow roller, and they're going to wave him home. There might be a play on Frederick. No, Frederick will slide in. They try to get the out at third. The Lakers add another run on the RBI by Shiffman. Frederick hustling all the way from second base. Bullis over to third. And the single to left by Shiffman makes it 5-0 Waconia. And a meeting at the mound for Ryan Britnell and his squad. I think they're done in the bullpen down there. I don't see any more action down the right field line. Woodward will stay. So 2 outs, runners on first and third are Shiffman and Bullis, respectively. And this is Ronnie Olson back to the plate with 2 outs and 2 runs already on the board here in the top of the 7th. Waconia leading 5-0 over Cannon Falls. Right up the middle to the shortstop. Peterson squeezes it for out number 3, but Waconia adds 2 more. They lead 5-0. Take me out to the ball game, folks. It's the 7th inning stretch here in Springfield.
Summer for Waconia in the top of the 7th. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. Hey, it's the middle of the 7th. It's time to get up and stretch. Take me out to the ball game time.
Cody Simon still on the mound for Waconia. His team leading 5-0 over Cannon Falls. Waconia with 9 hits, Cannon Falls with 7, but 2 errors as well. Leading off for the Bears, Peter Haggerty, the designated hitter, as he Swings at strike one from Simon. Haggerty 0 for 2. This one a bouncer to Olson over at second. Quick throw to first in time on the 4-3 put out and out number 1. Alex Tower, the second baseman, has been busy tonight in the field for Cannon Falls. He comes to the plate now. He singled on a sharp line drive to center field back in the 5th inning and flew out in foul territory to first back in the 2nd. Here a ground ball to the second baseman, and that throw is also in time from Olson to Frederick. Back-to-back 4-3 putouts on first and or second pitches.
Number 2, Jake Christensen.
And now Jake Christensen in the 9 spot. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Had a grounder past the second baseman in the 5th inning. Ended up as a casualty in a double play. This one flared to left, and a diving catch made by Justin Schultz will end the inning here in the 7th for Waconia. Oh, what a play by Schultz. And the Bears go down in order. They trail by 5 as we head to the 8th here in Springfield on PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers.
Back here in Springfield, to the top of the 8th we go, and Robbie Smith takes the first pitch high and tight for ball 1. Robbie Smith plays his college ball at Southwest Minnesota State. Maybe played. Not sure if he's still a student there or not. Woodward on the mound still for Cannon Falls. He's pitched 3 innings so far, given up 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and the Lakers have left 4 on. No strikeouts for Woodward, and he's walked 1. Keith Myers started the game for Cannon Falls. Woodward has pitched the last 3 and now is in his 4th inning of work. 1-1 pitch is high. No, I'm sorry. That was a 3-1 pitch. I beg your pardon. And a walk, a 5-pitch walk for Smith. So that's the second walk of the game for Woodward. And I think we might see Owatonna's aces draftee Brandon Wolf pretty soon. So Ben Smothers coming in to bat for Stoddard. Shows the bunt, lays it down. Woodward is there, fields and throws to first just in time as Winchell snares that one and gets out of the way. So a sacrifice bunt for Smothers moves Smith over to second. And we're back at the top of the order for Schultz.
Justin Schultz.
In 4 plate appearances, he scored 3 runs. He's had a walk, a single and a double, and a fly out to center. Quite a productive day for your leadoff batter. takes first pitch strike. Smith is at second. The 0-1 pitch to Schultz, and he hits it to the open second base spot. They're going to send home the runner, and he gets in safely, and Schultz heads to second. Smith scores, and it's now 6-0. So Schultz continues his hot play from the plate. That's the 10th hit for Waconia, and I think we might have seen the last of Woodward. We'll see. And indeed, he hands the ball off to Ryan Britnell. And out comes the draftee from the Owatonna Aces, Brandon Wolf. With that, we'll take ourselves a short timeout as he warms up. Right now, we're in the 8th inning with one out. Waconia at the plate, and they lead 6-0 here in Springfield on PrepSpotlight.tv. Here's some highlights from last week.
Now he cracks one hard to left field. A 2-run home run. Dead center field.
And the pitch. Grounded towards the right side and past the diving first baseman. Coming up throwing is the right fielder. There will be a play at the plate, and he is safe. He gets underneath the tag. One in the second, and another one. How about that? The trifecta of home runs as Davis hammers it out.
Ready to make a fly ball, pretty well hit the left field. Bulow going back for it, still going, and it is off the wall, or the fence, I should say. Knight around third, throw to the plate, and it would have got him, but Granger could not hang on.
Now batting number 2, the shortstop, Derek Martin.
All right, so Wolf is on the mound now for Cannon Falls. Derek Martin at the plate for Waconia. Runner on second, already one in this inning. It's 6-0. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count, one away. Here, top 8. That one's in there for a strike, 1-2. Brandon Wolf of the Owatonna Aces. Driven to center. That one's going to land safely. They're going to hold the runner at third. That's Schultz. And so a solid rip to center for Martin. His second single of the ball game. He also had one in the 7th.
First baseman, number 25, A.J. Frederick.
Frederick reached on a fielder's choice back in the 7th. Ultimately scoring a run. Still one away, runners at the corners for Frederick and Waconia. Wolf delivers strike 1. Schultz at third, Martin at first, one out. And an 0-1 pitch forthcoming to Frederick from Wolf. And they'll say he's safe. Winchell thought he applied the tag. And again, he tries to throw to first. Martin back in time. Schultz is bluffing his way down. And Wolf delivers, driven past the second baseman. Schultz will score another RBI. This one for Frederick. And it's now 7-0. So Martin over to second. Frederick aboard with an RBI single. Still just one
Base hit
out.
brings up the third baseman, number 29, Max Kallenberg.
Now a pinch runner coming in. Looks like it'll be Connor Hemme, also from
Runner at
Eden
first
Prairie.
base, number 20, Connor Hemme.
Just catching up on my scoring here quick. So Schultz scores an RBI single for Frederick. Martin moved to second, still just one out as Kallenberg comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3, reached on an error and scored a run back in the first inning, and there he's hit by a pitch. So the bases are loaded for the designated hitter, Bullis. He reached
Brings
on
up
an
the
error.
designated hitter, number 13, Chris Bullis.
Back in the 7th inning. He did, however, have a 2 RBI double back in the first. So he's got some spark in that bat. Just one away here, bases loaded, driven to left. Tailing off foul. It stays in play, but drops in foul territory. So a long strike for Dulles. Chris Bullis, an All-American from St. Thomas. Back in his college playing days. Waits the 0-1 pitch from Wolf. This one a little further left and out of play. The 0-2 pitch now. That one taken low by Bullis. Kallenberg at first. Frederick, well, he would be at second. Cooper instead there. Another ball. Connor Hemme, I should say, not Cooper, Connor Hemme. He's at second. Martin at third. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's inside. Nice job by the catcher, Lindow. That's Carlton Lindow. To keep that one in front of him, preventing another run. Waconia already up 7-0. One away and a payoff pitch from Wolf. Bouncer to second. Tower is there. Throws to 2. And they get the 1 out. No play to first. So a run scores as Martin touches. It's now 8-0 Waconia. On the RBI fielder's choice by Bullis.
Number 8, Sam Shiffman.
Sam Shiffman, the catcher, comes to the plate. He's had 2 straight singles in the 6th and 7th innings after going 0 for 1. Excuse me, 0 for 2 in the 1st and 3rd. Takes first pitch for a strike. Hemme stands on third, Bullis on first, Shiffman at the plate, fouls one back, it's 0-2. Three hits so far in the inning for Waconia. 3 runs on the board as well. 2 outs now, runners on the corners. And the 0-2 pitch forthcoming from Wolf. In there for a called third strike, and Waconia is down, but they put 3 more on the board and lead 8-0. Cannon Falls has some work to do as we head to their half of the 8th. Trailing by 8 are the Bears, and they're coming up next here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Summary for looks like there's no line. Go ahead, go over there, grab a beverage, something to eat. get what you need so that you can hustle out of here after the ball game's completion. Thank you for your cooperation, and as we work to keep everybody safe.
Here in Starbuck, looking at some of the other action in the first round in Class C, Lake Henry defeated Midway. Foley over Hanska. We've got other action forthcoming here. Let's see what the other games look like. Union Hill defeated Avon. Laverne over Mora. Randall beat Hadley last night. And that's it so far of the games we have records of.
Leading off the bottom of the 8th for Cannon Falls, number 21, the left fielder, Braxton Lindow.
Coming up, we've got Starbuck versus Cold Spring. Two towns not separated by too many miles. This one's 8-0. And Cody Smith is back on the hill for Waconia. He's pitched 7 great innings so far, giving up 7 hits, but more importantly, no runs. Just 2 strikeouts on record, no walks for Cody Simon. Simon, a Winona State alum. And he's winding up for the 2-1 pitch, driven right up the middle. Olson is there at second. The toss to first as Frederick squeezes for out number 1. That was Lindow at the top of the order.
Shortstop, number 11, Brock Peterson.
The 2-hitter Brock Peterson now comes to the plate. Lindow now 0 for 4 on the day. Peterson is 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. Both to the left side past the third baseman. This one up the middle, right back to Olson. And back-to-back plays once again, 4-3 putouts just like last inning. The first 2 outs on the first 2 pitches hit right to Robbie Olson. And casual throws over to first.
Number 6,
and now Carlton Lindow comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice. He did reach back in the first inning, but now comes to the plate with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. His team down by 8, and he takes first pitch strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Two outs and the 0-2 pitch from Simon. Swing and a miss, but it got away from the catcher, and he will reach safely as the ball got away from Shiffman. So a runner on for as Lindow reaches first, and Rich Burr, the third baseman, comes to the plate.
Brings up the third baseman, number 5, Rich Burr. Pinch runner at first base, number 18, Luke Schultz.
So Luke Schultz comes in to run for Lindow, who will likely go strap the catcher's gear back on. A pitch off the inside corner for a ball. Simon from the stretch with the 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-1 now with 2 outs here, bottom 8. That one fouled back off the glove of Shiffman. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Burr. Burr 2 for 3, struck out back in the first inning, but has had back-to-back singles in the 4th and 6th. Bears need a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 8th. Driven to left, Schultz tracking, and he's in to make the catch for out number 3. He made a diving catch to end the 7th inning, makes a running catch here to end the 8th.
Falls to the bottom of the 8th. No runs on, no hits.
So they get the
one
runner on after the strikeout but pass ball. We head to the 9th inning. Waconia comes to the plate, leading 8-0 here in Springfield on PrepSpotlight.tv. A new pitcher on the hill for Cannon Falls. It's Randolph 2020 graduate Nick Drinkin.
Now pitching for Cannon Falls, number 16, Nick Drinkin.
So Drinkin just finishing his high school career. Well, sadly it was cut short his junior year.
Number 5, Jeremy Salden.
But he's here and able to pitch in the state tournament for Cannon Falls after Randolph folded their town ball team. That pitch high. First one gets away from Drinkin. So Keith Myers started the game. Jared Woodward pitched, Myers pitched for, Woodward for. Wolf pitching just part of the 8th inning. And now Drinkin here in the 9th. And he's down 2-0 in the count. Got the talcum bag out. Maybe an emery board. Just kidding. It's an old reference. Check swing. Jeremy Salden, I beg your pardon, is the batter. Salden takes a strike. It's 3-1 now. Salden batting for Olson. Ronnie Olson, the second baseman. So Salden with the 3-1 pitch takes a strike. Thought he was going to get a walk there, but and the 3-2 pitch from Drinkin is high and tight, and now he gets to walk. So the first batter heads down to first with a base on balls. And another pinch hitter. This would be Will Coppy.
Re-entering as pinch runner, number 12, Ronnie Olson.
So Olson back to run.
10, Will Copey.
Oh, Copey, that's Will Copey. My apologies. Will Copey in his first at-bat, at least on my score sheet. Top of the 9th, nobody out, runner on first is Olson. That pitch just inside to Copey. Lights will be coming on anytime here in Springfield. It's now 7:30 p.m. Check swing. It was a foul ball, and that one caught the catcher, Lindow. It might have got him in the shin, maybe the inside of the shin or the top of the shoe. He waves over to the Bears dugout and says he's all right. Shares a smile with Kopi. 2-1 the count, nobody out here, top 9. Waconia at the plate, they're leading 8-0. Runner on first is Olson. That pitch in there for a strike, 2-2. He kicks and fires, driven to left. Back is Lindow. He'll reach up and make the catch at the wall. Hustling back is Olson to touch first. A long drive, but not quite long enough for Kopi.
Number 4, Jack Stoddard.
Jack Stoddard to the plate with a runner on first, and just one out here in the 9th for Waconia. Bounced foul. Stoddard's had a couple sacrifices. Lined out to second, struck out looking back in the second. That one's blown away for a ball. One out, here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit down the third base line again, foul. That pitch in there for a strike. Called third strike, second time tonight for Stoddard. And we've got 2 away here in the top of the 9th. To the top of the order for Justin Schultz. He's had a whale of a game, both in the field and at the plate. He scored 4 runs in the game. He's reached on 2 singles, a double, a walk, and he had 1 fly out to center field. So officially, he's 3 for 3 with 4 runs scored and an RBI. This one's popped up to the left side. Peterson tracking the shortstop, reaches up and makes the catch as we head to the final half of the inning. The bottom of the 9th is coming up, and Cannon Falls needs a big one. The Bears trailing the Lakers 8-0 here in Springfield on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Cannon Falls says low work. We appreciate your help. We appreciate you coming out today.
Back here in Springfield. And how about the night on the mound for Waconia's Cody Simon. Coming in the 9th inning, he's pitched the entire game thus far. No runs on 7 hits. 5 strikeouts.
Leading off the bottom of the 9th for the Bears.
I beg your pardon, looking at the wrong line. 3 strikeouts for Simon.
Pitch hitter, number 9, A.J. Wiedner.
So A.J. Wiedner will bat for Cannon Falls in place of Williams. Zeke Williams, the right fielder, takes first pitch for a strike. Driven up the middle, stabbing at it was Simon. Barehanded throw, no, wide. It got away from Frederick as Martin tried to make a barehanded toss. And that will be a hit. So Wiedner with a leadoff signal, just what the Bears need here in the bottom of the ninth. They have a long ways to go.
Number 15, Hayden Strain.
So Hayden Strain, the pinch hitter, with Wiedner on first. Simon nearly made that play, too, on the comebacker. And this one chopped over his head to 2 for 1, over to 1. The relay not in time. They do get the lead runner in Peterson, in Wiedner on the 4-6 put out. Strain reaches on the fielder's choice. So 1 away and another pinch hitter. This will be Aaron Stein.
Number 33, Aaron Stein.
So Stein comes to the plate with 1 away and a runner on first. Takes first pitch, strike.
Ground ball, Cody.
Simon winds and fires the 0-1 pitch as it's fouled back. He's now ahead of the count, 0-2 to Stein. As the Lakers are looking to close this one out and head to Milroy next Friday to take on Fairmont. To the second baseman, Olson. Over to 2 for 1. The relay throw not in time. So Olson to Martin, another 4-6 put out.
Quicker, middle infield, let's go.
You get a little friendly ribbing from the Waconia fans.
Second baseman, number 4,
So Alex Tower.
Pitch runner at first base, number 12, Peter Haggerty,
So
re-entering.
Haggerty back into the game to pinch run for Stein. We've got 2 outs here, bottom of the ninth. Tower at the plate. He's 1 for 3. He singled back in the 5th. This one's fouled back.
What'd you do, Mark? Seriously. Big bully.
The 0-1 pitch right down the pipe. Simon, the 0-2 pitch to the left side. Kallenberg fields the long throw across to first. Is in time, and that's the ball game. A gem by Cody Simon for Waconia. A complete game shutout as the Lakers win this one 8-0. And let's not forget the beautiful play by Schultz, Justin Schultz, in the field and at the plate. He scored half the runs, 4 of 8 for Waconia. And the Lakers head to Milroy next Friday to take on Fairmont, who had a first-round bye. They get the victory here today, and we'll wrap it up for you in just a moment. And don't forget, we've got Cold Spring and Starbuck coming up next.
Thank you for coming. Drive safe. We'll see you around.
The field crew already back out here in Springfield. Final score 8-0. The Waconia Lakers advance past the Cannon Falls Bears. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Ryan Phelps. As I mentioned, Cody Simon pitches just a gem. He goes 9 innings, giving up just, 7 hits. 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. No runs to show for the Cannon Falls Bears. So quite an outing for Waconia. Great defense behind Simon as well. And just all-around great play by the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Waconia Lakers. So they're back in action next Friday night in Milroy. That's a 7:30 start. They'll take on Fairmont. Coming up next here in Springfield, game 4 of 4, our final one, the nightcap. Starbuck and Cold Spring. I'll have the call for you right here, along with Alex Berg, our photographer. We'll say goodbye for now. For Andy Price, our executive producer, my name is Ryan Phelps. A final check of the scoreboard. It's Waconia 8, Cannon Falls nothing. Goodbye, everyone. So long from Springfield, Minnesota. We'll be back with more in about a half hour.
The 2020 Class C Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.